Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn to Live DIY. This is the cute little box we're making today. I believe it's known as the tent box. Slides over like this and it opens to reveal your treats inside. And then you just slide it basically. Slide it back in and it's completely sealed. And this is what the front looks like. I've used the Zany Zebras for the Happy Birthday sentiment, but of course you can use any sentiment depending on your occasion. And then I've also used the peony dies for the peony here for the assembly, and then I've used a circle die and then some rhinestones, of course. So I'll put these aside and I'll give you the measurements of the items we're going to be using. So I already have one assembled. I'm going to be changing up the colors of the front just a tad bit. I did a switch of colors, so it's basically the opposite of colors. So I have a basic gray circle, and I already stamped the happy birthday, and I used my Memento Tuxedo black ink for the happy birthday, and then I used petal pink, and then I did go ahead and with that same petal pink ink, I went ahead and just dabbed on the corners of my peony. So, and then I used Whisper White for the center. And then I have a piece of DSP. This one measures 4 by 8 inches. And then I have petal pink piece that measures 11 by 4. And this piece is from the Peony Garden DSP. So it's from that same suite. And I'll show you. We're going to go ahead and do some scoring on that petal pink. So let me put these guys away. I'm going to take out my paper trimmer. So on the 4-inch side, we're going to go ahead and, so this is the 4-inch side. We're going to go ahead and score at 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. And again, remember the lighter of your blades is the one that scores. Okay, and then on the 11-inch side, we're going to score 1 1/4. Five 1/4. And then extend using the arm. I'm going to do 6 1/2. And then 10 1/2. So there you have it. So on the 4-inch side again, I scored at 1 1/4, and on the 11-inch side, you scored at 1 1/4, 5 1/4, 6 1/2, and then finally at 10 1/2, leaving you with about, I think this is 1/4 of an inch side to do the adhering of the box that'll go on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and put my paper trimmer away, and we can start working on the box itself. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, now that we went ahead and did that, I'm going to take my bone folder out and we're going to go ahead and score on our score lines. Okay, we have this. And now we're going to go ahead, we're going to keep this piece, and we're going to take this off. And we're going to wedge, and then wedge a tad there. Then we're going to cut. Why is that stuck there? Going to cut up the lines here, here, and here. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and just use some double-sided tape. And hopefully this will help with our box getting adhered fairly quicker. Okay, and now, so see, this is where we attached it. So this will be the back of our box. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these two flaps inside, this one forward and this one back. So this flap will be towards the back, making this the front of our box. Most of it won't be showing, but if it were, it will matter, just so that the seams of your box do not show. So just for future reference, if you decide to recreate a box similar to this, or you just recreate a box like this and use it in a different way, just so that you know, you have cleaner lines that way. Okay, so I did use, so that wouldn't go to waste. That extra piece there, not that it matters much, but, and then I used 2 strips. You could have gone with 1, but extra is always a tad bit better. Now you could score the lines here. I tried it on my other one, but I'm just going to go ahead and pinch this one this time around. And when I say pinch, I just mean like so. So just pinching it this way, like in the center. So it'll create a little bit of a crease. So you don't have to do the scoring if you don't want to, but all you would have to do is do a tick mark halfway here and halfway here, and then from here to here you would score. Just in case that's, you like cleaner lines, you could go ahead and do that. I sometimes do, but for today's video I did not. I did do it for my sample though, but I just didn't like the way that it came out for whatever reason. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to do this basically freehand. There's no scoring involved, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And then, so I'll fold this guy, and I'll just try to line it so that it's somewhat straight. Okay, and then like that. I'm gonna have some excess. Okay. Okay. So just lining it up. Pretty much same thing for this guy. However, this one goes over a tad bit, so I'm gonna cut off. I would use my scissors, but because it's a little lengthier, I'm going to just chop off a piece with my mini guillotine. So let's see if that's going to work. I think that's going to be perfect. Okay. So the same, I'm going to use a little bit of double-sided tape. And I'm going to leave the smaller of the flaps on the bottom. So I'm going to put my double-sided here, and I'm going to do 2 strips because of the thickness of the bottom piece. It'll cover it, and I want to make sure that it's very secure to hold the box. So I'm doing 2 strips. You could choose to go with 1, just depending on the weight of the items that you are inserting. In this case, I just put in a couple of chocolates. So I put in a couple of these mini Kit Kats. I think you might be able to fit another one and a couple of the other assortment of chocolates there are out there, but this is what I had on hand. Okay, so there you have it. So as you see, it slides out, it opens up, reveals your candy. You squish the top just a tad, and then you squish it back in. And now to go ahead and decorate, all I did is I'm going to go ahead and center it. This is just the right circumference for the size of our box. And I'm going to use some liquid adhesive, and I'm using my Tombow. And then do the same guy for this one. I think I might need a new Tombow. soon. Oh yeah, sooner than I thought. That's fine. That should be plenty to hold our flour. Okay, just enough. Okay, so just a tad bit opposite, and then I'm going to do, I believe I did one of each size of our rhinestone. So one of the large rhinestones, one of the medium. Sorry, I think I just tapped the camera with my head. And then one of these smaller ones. Okay. And as I've mentioned in my other videos, placement of the rhinestones is always your choice, and it's never ever perfect or the same as a previous project. So there you have it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial, and I hope I've explained it as simplest as possible. Please let me know what you guys think of today's project. If you don't already have a demonstrator, be happy to be yours. I will go ahead and put my name in there just when you check out. Once you're on the Stampin' Up! Online store, just put in my name and I will be getting credit for your purchase. Thank you very much for watching, and you guys have a great day.